Hi, this is Ross, and this is DIY on the house. Today's video is going to be a real quick one. It's just going to be on stringing a weed eater. We have a fairly large property, so I constantly have to restring probably 2 or 3 times during weed eating. But if you don't weed eat very often, sometimes you can forget the process. So I'm going to show you, we'll show you a close-up on the how to string it, and I hope this helps you. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is remove the spool that contains the wire, and this one just unscrews and then it pops out. It's got a spring in here. I'll just take this off. And what happens is the spring actually, the spool is spring loaded. So every time you tap it to bring more string out, that spring actually helps advance that string out. So we won't get into technical terms, who really cares, you know, as long as it works and whacks weeds. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do after that is located inside the spool. There's 2 locations to install wire into, and that's where we'll be inserting the wire into as we load it up. So what I do, I use a reinforced weed eater string, and it's got a core in it. It just lasts longer here. We're in Arizona, northern Arizona, so our weeds seem to be a lot more woody, and it takes a little more to cut them. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the string out of the container. I'm going to go 1, 2, and that's roughly about 12 foot. Then I'm going to clip that, put that aside. I'm going to take both ends, bring them together like this, and then run both of them to my finger till I get a loop. And what I'll do is cut that loop. You can do that with a knife or whatever. A pair of nippers works a lot better. All right, so to install the wire, there's 2 locations to insert the wire. Those are already in the pathway that you need to feed it. You don't want to feed them backwards because you can't. But anyway, I mean, you could if you wanted to, but it wouldn't do you any good. So we insert both wires into the holes, and then I'm going to keep just a little bit of tension on it and keep my thumb rolling like this, and I'm going to widen this wire up. And I'm keeping a little bit of tension. I'm not getting crazy tight because I've had it before where the cord will actually melt as the weed eater is running and kind of bond to itself. And that's also why I use this line as well, because it can heat up and it doesn't melt together, which is kind of nice. Okay, after we start getting to the end, we got these little tabs on the other side. I'm going to pop one of the wire or one of the strings into there and strings into there. So now it's loaded. I've got this one like that. This one goes into this one. All right, so now what we're going to do is I've got the base. I'm going to take one of them, put it through the hole where the wire feeds out of, and take the other one, feed that through the other hole. So it looks kind of like that. Then I'll push that in there, compress this with my thumb, and I'm actually going to pop the string out of those 2 keepers. So now if I take this out, this thing's just going to blow apart. So I want to keep tension on this the whole time. So now I'm going to want to put it like this, get my little dealio to screw back on. I feed like that on right there, just keep that pressed in. Kind of a long-winded little feller. And that's it. It is done. I hope this helps you out. And remember, always wear eye protection. I wear a cheap face mask we got from Harbor Freight. This is an eye saver right here, and every other orifice on your face to keep the weeds out. So yeah, I hope that helps. If you like it, you know, give us a thumbs up. If you have any comments or anything else, and also subscribe. And we appreciate you watching DIY on the House.